Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by rapodcast.net. This is episode 851, recorded live on November 1st, 2025. And here are your hosts. The man who will be getting an extra hour of sleep tonight, Dave Play.
Hey.
And the man who's once again racing against the time change, Andy Lowe. Hi.
Because you have a child?
No, it's just I gotta, try and once we finish the podcast, try and actually fall asleep.
Yeah.
Before 2 a.m.
Why?
So then I can get that extra.
You should. Ideally you want to fall asleep. Yes. But no matter what, you're getting the extra hour.
Well, yes, but I would rather have the extra hours sleeping.
Yeah, but how is that different than any other recording when you're like, I gotta go because I need to go to sleep?
No, you got a point there. Oh my gosh, kids are just messy. I've got stuff on my desk here that's not even mine. I've got a birthday ice cream cone party hat on my desk.
Okay.
The last birthday was in July?
That's been sitting there a while, hasn't it?
I guess so. What I just added to my desk, though, is a nice Sprecher's Honeycrisp apple soda.
I had those. They're okay. They're not oh my God, this is amazing, but they're okay.
I saw it on the when I was shopping, and I was like, you know what, I might as well try it out.
Although I did hear a soda can tab snap in there. This wasn't a bottle. It's a can.
16-ounce can.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Contains 12% juice. Carbonated water. Syrup, apple juice, corn syrup, honey. Yeah, this is okay. It's not great.
It's a tasty drink.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll give you that.
I am still on intermittent fasting and still in the introductory period.
I ate too much candy over the last 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, I did too.
I don't know what it is. Part of me
weeks on this now.
What?
I think I'm on week 2 or 3 now.
No, my body doesn't know what's going on
because it's had so much candy.
Yes, which I was very surprised. So I actually went out with both the kids at the same time because well, first off, Megan wanted to be an Eevee, but then Isaac wanted to be a Pikachu, and then Megan wanted to also be a Pikachu.
Oh, the opportunity to be a Pichu, though!
I know, but I've got the Pikachu onesies, so
yeah.
We just had 2 Pikachus. I went in my Snorlax onesie, which was fine because it wasn't warm out last night. And then Kate dressed up as Ash, but she was sitting back at the house handing out candy while I went trick-or-treating with the 2 kids, and we went the farthest we've ever been, which I think is around the block.
Whoa. I remember being a kid and being like, I want to do the whole neighborhood.
Yes.
I never, ever remembered okay, we got to the end of the street, let's go home. But I have a lot of friends who have kids who are about the age of your kids who are all like, can we go home now? And I'm like, what? But what? Why?
Yeah. We did not even walk a mile. We walked under a mile. We walked 1.3 kilometers total. And they were done even it looks like before 3,500 feet. That's weird to me. I'm sitting there going there are 2 houses. I'm like, we can go do those 2 houses and then we'll take up this other road here and that will sort of take us back home. Or we can just turn around here and go back. And they're just like, can we just go back? And I'm like, okay. And we're walking up this street towards the house. There are people on their porch as we're walking up the street. So you wouldn't even have to stop and knock or anything. You just walk up there. They would hand you the candy, right? And you could just keep walking.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to stop.
They didn't want to stop. They're just no, let's go home.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. But that's the farthest they've gone is 4,300 feet.
Yeah.
I do have to say, though, part of me, we had Kat and Jake here one year for Halloween, and we actually were keeping track of the number of trick-or-treaters and the costumes they were wearing and that sort of thing. Part of me wants, because I think we still have it on the whiteboard downstairs, we never actually erased it. Part of me wants to do that again because I feel like it's kind of dying out. Like there were huge stretches of road that had one light, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, one out of 9 was actually open for trick-or-treating.
I mean, yeah, like my block was, I think, one house on my entire block did trick-or-treating.
Which I don't understand, especially we get down to the road, and we live right next to the elementary school. So the first intersection we come to, I look across the street from the school, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 houses across the street. No, 11, 12, 13. 13 houses across the street from the elementary school. Not one of them had a porch light on.
Yeah.
Like, you're across the street from an elementary school. There are definitely elementary kids in the neighborhood.
Living in the area. I mean, some people just don't want to be, like, bothered by it.
Yes. Now, I would say a couple of the houses around us were lights off because it looks like they're in the process of being sold. So it's like, okay, that would make sense that there's nobody there. But still, I do believe they got more. I think, you know what it is? Part of me believes it's the trunk or treats.
Because parents are doing that. And so, but like, I don't know. I would not be sad to see trick-or-treating, like, go away. Like, it's fun for the kids. It's nice. It's a chance to dress up in costume. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being curmudgeon-y.
I feel like it is an obligation living in a neighborhood where there is a known, number of kids.
I live in a neighborhood with lots of kids, and I did not do Halloween this year.
Oh, for shame.
So I violated some common trust, I guess.
I don't know. Granted, now I've got this big bag of this big Lego head full of candy.
Yep.
And, I don't really work with people much. I think half the people I work with are diabetic.
Maybe not the best group of people to give a bunch of candy to.
Well, it's even the thing is like on Monday, I'm trying to think if I'm actually going to be interacting with anybody on Monday because I have to go up to the transmitter site in Ravine, which is the former religious broadcaster that I helped out a couple of times, but they're not there anymore. So I'm trying to think if I'm actually going to interact with anybody on Monday outside of Kate and the kids, and I don't think so. Yeah, because I'll go there, and then I'll go down to the one over by Costco, and there's one more I have to go to, and I don't remember where it is, but I'll be doing transmitter sites all day. So it's just like, okay, I'll talk to somebody on the phone to tell them, hey, I'm at the transmitter site. Please don't send the cops.
I mean, that's you basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the cops, but you work for the cops.
Yes. Well, they are, that's what the state police use. So if the door alarm goes off and nobody calls in to say, hey, that was me, they will send the police to investigate.
Yep. Okay. I have nothing to contribute to that. I'm sorry.
No, it's just what am I going to do with all this candy now?
Yeah. Is there a shelter nearby?
Oh, Loaves and
or like
I don't know,
food pantry or
well, that's what I'm saying. There's a big Loaves and Fishes in here is the big pantry in town, and I wonder if they accept Halloween candy or not.
Excuse me.
Typed.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, the website's all about snap delays.
Yeah, that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Not a very good thing.
Oh, that's nice. Kellogg Community College has a free self-serve student food pantry now on campus. Kellogg's is the Battle Creek Community College.
Not the cereal company that no longer does cereal.
No, but everything in Battle Creek has basically been donated by Kellogg's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to check in. I'll send them a message.
Yeah, it would be a good way to eliminate some of the candy.
Make sure I don't eat it all.
Or just, stretch it out over a long enough time.
Hey, just having a little bit at a time.
Or be like me and eat it all. All of it. All of it, Andy.
Well, I'm not going to eat the Almond Joys, that's for sure. So... Oh, yeah, I can already feel it in my stomach. Just that lump of Sour Patch Kids. But anyway, we should probably move on to topics, right?
I suppose we could.
Because Thanksgiving's only 4 weeks
Oh my God,
away.
Thanksgiving's around the corner.
It's on the
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Andy?
The 27th?
Yeah. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm going to be on call that week, so staying home.
Okay. What are you going to be doing the Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Not sure. Why?
Because I'm coming to Ann Arbor for Thanksgiving week.
Ah.
Just, putting that out there. No idea about anything, but no, actually, I do know. There's no way we could run a second Thanksgiving.
Just not going to happen.
It is not going to happen. My sister's going to be in town. She's got her kid who is almost 2. Nope, not going to happen.
No, But yeah, and I was looking down the calendar. I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm on call the week of Thanksgiving. I guess we are staying home because I am legally obligated to stay home.
Yeah. Yeah. So Thanksgiving's around the corner.
Yeah. And then 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks until Christmas. Oh, geez. This is like
a week till New Year's.
Is this the shortest Thanksgiving to Christmas time?
Let's look real quick. No.
Thanksgiving is on the 27th.
Yep. I believe the latest Thanksgiving is on the 28th.
Ah, you're right. So we are on the...
This is the second shortest.
Yes.
The latest Thanksgiving can be on the 28th, which the next time that happens is in 5 years, in 2030.
The longest possible time is 33 days, when Thanksgiving is on the 22nd.
Which will happen in 2029. Shockingly, or perhaps not shockingly, they are often in back-to-back years.
What?
Because it's going to be when, the day of the year moves by 1 day per year.
Yep. Yeah, because my birthday was on a Saturday, so now it's going to be on a Sunday. Isaac's is going to be on a Friday, and Megan's is going to be on a Wednesday.
Yeah. And New Year this year is on the Sunday, which means I think I get an extra day of vacation next year if New Year's is on the Sunday.
How is that working for my holidays? Really, they don't have the 2026 days up yet? Boo.
Ooh. Well, they got 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I get Veterans Day off, so, there's that.
I mean, don't you get all federal days off?
No, the state has specific holidays.
Oh, state holidays.
Yep.
Yeah. And I presume someone's still working on those.
Yes.
Or is on call, maybe?
Yes.
I guess they don't need to come in.
They're on call that day.
Yeah, which is what you're doing for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You're going to be on call. Yep. I presume you're not actually working Thanksgiving.
No.
Well,
I technically would have to because I work 4/10s. And the state holidays are 8-hour days. So I technically would have to work 2 hours that day.
Because it's only 8 hours of the day that the state is on holiday?
Yes.
That's a little weird.
Yes. So since I work 4/10s, I have to take 2 hours of vacation that day.
Wait, you're forced to take the vacation?
Yes.
You couldn't just, work the 2 hours?
Well, I could if I wanted to, but there's not really much I could do in the 2 hours.
Okay.
Like if I had to drive somewhere, I would have to drive there and then park and then turn right around. Because there are some places I can't even get to in under an hour. So yeah, just gonna take the 2 hours of PTO.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how that works though. If they don't work Fridays, so the Friday holiday, I'm not sure if I take that. If I remember correctly, I have to take it within the pay period. So I got to see when the pay period falls. It's very complicated to have 4/10s.
Yeah, but it's also really nice.
Oh, I agree. I mean, for goodness sakes, the kids had a half day on Halloween. Isaac, oh my gosh, Isaac had the third graders. I got, the teacher sent out a thing going hey, we're going to do a pancake breakfast party on Halloween. And I'm like, sweet, it's a Friday. I have it off. We need somebody with an electric griddle, to cook the pancakes. I'm like, I've got an electric griddle. No problem. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So, I grabbed the electric griddle and some spatulas, a measuring cup, and my little infrared thermometer, and an extension cord. Actually, 2 extension cords, a short one and a long one that's got a multi-tap, one that's regular. And I haul it over there, and they're like, okay, you're going to be in the cafeteria. And I'm like, okay. And I walk in. They decide to put all of the third grade classrooms in the cafeteria together. So there's actually 8 electric griddles that I join up with.
Okay.
These are all approximately 1,500 watt electric griddles or so.
Yeah, so you can't plug them all into the same place.
Well, half of them were plugged because we kind of spread out over through the cafeteria. About half the outlets worked.
Okay.
The other half of the outlets we blew. And so people are like, oh, well, you could just come over here and plug into this one. And I'm just like, no, that's not going to work. No.
We could, but it would stop everything.
Yes. And people are like, oh, well, I've got a surge protector. We could all plug into the one side of the outlet. And I'm just like, no, it's an outlet box. It's a pretty good odds that both of those outlets are plugged onto the same circuit. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if we use a surge, a power strip or not. It's not how electricity works. So then I look out there. I'm like, well, there's an outlet across the hall. I'm guessing that's not on the same circuit. So somebody go out there, start cooking the sausages. I'm like, I look around and there's an outlet next to the boys' bathroom. I'll go back, grab an extension cord, and we can run an extension cord into the cafeteria and then go from there. I run home, grab the extension cords, come back. And at that point, they had just moved the whole table out in the hallway next to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So that's where I cooked my pancakes. So, but part of me was actually okay to be outside in the hall because I wasn't in the cafeteria with all of the third graders having a very rambunctious pancake party.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Pancake party. So topics.
Yes.
That was an odd bit of detour.
We put the random in Random Access Podcast.
We put the doddering old man in Random Access Podcast. Let's see what happened this week in the news. Something a little close to home, perhaps. Or our hometown. Not really our home, because Andy doesn't live there and I don't live there, but we have family that lives there.
Yes.
Which is a data center that has been approved in southeastern Michigan.
Yes, we had talked about this last week, about how the township had settled a lawsuit over a data center.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
And Dave was upset because, sure, they can claim that the data center is going to be jobs, but, will it, and what kind of jobs and how many jobs?
Well, we got a bit more details on that because it turns out the data center is going to be an OpenAI data center. And so their press release had quite a bit of details.
Yeah. Now, it's an OpenAI data center, but OpenAI is not going to run it. They are probably going to be using it, right? OpenAI doesn't run data centers.
They are calling it a Stargate OpenAI facility built by Oracle and Related Digital.
There we go. So it's an Oracle data center.
Yes. And Related
or
Digital,
if I remember. Related Digital. Who the hell is Related Digital?
Oh, it's there's a Michigan guy who actually owns that.
Related Digital, a leading vertically integrated data center development and investment platform. Literally a company that makes data centers.
Yes, if I remember correctly, run by Stephen M. Ross, born in Detroit, Michigan.
Cool.
So,
I presume our project's Michigan project is the one that they just signed. Holy shit. It is listed here at 250 acres.
Yes.
Now, for those of you like me who do not know what an acre is, it's about the size of a football field.
There is, though, Whitmer, our governor, came out and said that more than 700 acres of open space will be retained and used as farmland, wetland, and forest.
Good.
So somehow they're also preserving land around there?
I mean, they can sign as part of the contract of yes, you have to preserve this land. You can't grow it. You can't do stuff on it.
I just still don't understand the fact that DTE said the power-hungry data center, well, they didn't say the power-hungry data center, but it will be, will increase the total demand on its...
Yeah. How power-hungry is it, Andy?
It's going to be adding 1.4 gigawatts in demand.
To be, again, putting this into quantities people understand, it only took 1.21 gigawatts to travel through time. This will require more power than the DeLorean required. And the DeLorean, if I recall, had a nuclear engine.
1.4 gigawatts, approximately about
the total how many houses does 1.4 gigawatts?
Somewhere between 1 and 1.2 million, according to this calculator.
Yeah.
1 million households.
This thing will consume the power of 1 million houses.
Yes.
How is DTE building for this?
I don't know, because as you and I know, once you get outside of Saline proper, especially when you go southwest Saline into Saline Township, this isn't actually in the city. This is out in the farmlands southwest of town. There's not much out there.
Yeah, but like I'm not even worried about that. I'm thinking like, Andy, the Fermi nuclear plant generates a gigawatt.
Yeah, I wonder, does DTE actually like tell what their power sources are?
There's ways to find out. But like the entirety of the Fermi plant is 1.2 gigawatts.
Currently.
So you'd need an entirely new Fermi-sized plant. Now, the Fermi plant's not huge, but still, like, how is DTE building for this?
I don't know, because especially since currently on their thing, they say that they serve approximately 2.3 million customers in southeastern Michigan.
This is another million. We just covered that this is another million.
Yes. So they say it's going to be 25% more capacity. I'm guessing they're right, but still that sounds more like it's going to be a third to a...
Mm-hmm. DTE. Service, infrastructure, notable outages, Detroit Edison Company. Power generation. Currently using coal and natural gas plants. Nope, all of those look like they're shut down. MPSC approved the Blue Water Energy Center.
Looks like
3 retiring coal plants.
Looks like their generating capacity right now is 11 gigawatts.
But like, they're already suffering outages. My parents have lost power like 10 times in the last year.
Oh, yeah.
So what the hell?
Yep.
I would like to know what they're planning on doing to ramp up for this thing.
Well, they say, here in this one here, the DTE CEO says the utility has planned to spend an additional $6 billion over the next 5 years to modernize and serve the data center.
Yeah.
Planning on spending $6 billion over the next 5 years.
That's so much. That's so much. I have a friend who worked at Fermi too. I should send him this. He's also a huge AI nut.
Oh, I might know somebody too. If she still works there, survey says.
Is that someone that I knew?
I know somebody who is an environmental engineer at DTE Energy.
Ooh. Let's see. He is not online right now. Oh, he is. Cool. Boom.
Well, I don't know what exactly she would have to do with any of this, but I'd be interesting to know.
So a 2.2 million square foot data center. See, here's the one other thing that I think of when I see this, though. I mean, it's terrible. I don't like it. I don't want it there. It does mean there are going to be some tech jobs in the area. They probably pay pretty well. Am I going to become part of the problem?
You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain.
Do I reach out to, like, I guess OpenAI?
I don't know. Do you know much about data center management?
Nope.
Because I looked at the when we talked about that pyramid building, right? When that was first announced, I looked at the job postings for it, and some of them were very specific about, knowing the data center architecture and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's a very different thing than what I know.
Yeah. And then I got a job working at the radio station, I was doing IT and HVAC and power and dealing with high voltages. I'm just like, well, shit.
Maybe you can get a job at a data center, Andy.
Like, I know most of this stuff now. That would be weird if we all just slowly coalesced back. Right. So that's going, which is great. Amazon has announced that they are cutting 14,000 jobs.
Jesus Christ.
As part of organizational changes to get even stronger by further reducing bureaucracy, removing layers, and shifting resources to ensure we're investing in our biggest bets and what matters most to our customers' current and future needs. I really hope they put more people on AWS.
It would be nice for it not to, have outages
Yes.
all the time.
Which they're not, because Reuters reports that these cuts will impact a number of corporate divisions, including human resources, operations, devices and services, and AWS. And Bloomberg reports that the game business will also be affected with significant role reductions across both of the gaming offices, and they're reducing the amount of work it does on big budget titles and MMOs. So basically, the Amazon Games office is now also kaput.
That's 14,000 people is a lot. Oh my God. Never mind. I don't want to go looking for a job. I'm quite happy where I'm at. How many people are employed by the state of Michigan?
Oh, I don't know, but I could probably find out because we're all listed.
Like ballpark.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up. 53,836 full-time positions.
So this is a quarter of that.
A quarter? Oh, yeah.
14,000 people is a quarter of 53,000.
Yes.
That's how many people Amazon is laying off right now. Imagine that of all of your coworkers, 1 of every 4 was fired.
Oh, my God. It would be catastrophic in our department.
This is huge. Why? What are they claiming? They have the money for this.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because they were saying, yeah, we're doing good, but we're also going to cut 14,000 people.
We're doing fine, but you 14,000, you didn't make it. I'm sorry. What the hell, man?
Which, granted, though, Amazon's current employee count is 1.5 million.
Yep.
And
Companies probably shouldn't get that big.
No, well, even back in 2022, which I guess we talked about it because we were around back then, they had eliminated 27,000 positions. So now the Amazon CEO said that this is not
Wait,
because
does the article say the Amazon CEO?
Yes, because it's not Bezos.
It's not because he's the owner, not the CEO.
Yes. Andy Jassy is the CEO now of Amazon.
Okay.
This latest move, according to him, signals that Amazon is likely realizing... Oh, no, that's not him. Somebody else. Sorry, I was reading the wrong quote.
Okay.
Where is the quote? Or was that another article I was reading on this? Where somebody actually asked him, is this because of AI? And he's just like, no, it's not because of AI, but it's also because of AI.
It's totally not because of AI. What do you mean? Why would we cut people? I mean, it is and it isn't because they cut out their entire gaming division.
Oh, he said
that's not because of AI.
Here we go. He says during the quarterly earnings call, he said it was because of the culture.
Because of the culture.
Yes.
The culture of the company.
Yes. The announcement we made a few days ago was not really financially driven, and it's not even really AI driven, not right now at least. He said the job cuts are about the culture.
Which culture? The culture that you control by virtue of being the company? I'm confused about your culture.
If you grow as fast as we did for several years, the size of the businesses, the number of people, the number of locations, the type of businesses you're in, you end up with a lot more people than what you had before, and you end up with a lot more layers. Sometimes, without realizing it, you can weaken the ownership of the people that you have who are doing the actual work and who own most of the two-way door decisions, the ones that should be made quickly and right at the front line.
I mean, I don't disagree, but maybe you should have thought of that before you hired everyone.
I'm wondering if this is still...
had them move out to Seattle and gave them jobs, and now they're all screwed and all looking for jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says the job cuts will mostly affect middle managers, and he says that they will need fewer employees thanks to the efficiency gains brought on by AI.
Oh, so we can cut out all these people because of culture, but also because of AI.
Yes, but he said, don't worry, this is not because of AI, even though he then says it's because of AI.
It is because AI.
Yeah.
Great.
He says they're trying to be more nimble and more fast-acting because AI is causing everything to change all at once.
And they have too many people.
They have too many people, and the bureaucracy at Amazon is too big, so they must...
And whose fault is that? Is that the workers' fault? Doesn't sound like that's the workers' fault.
No.
That sounds like it's the company's fault. Man, am I glad I don't work for Amazon.
Yeah. We are committed to operating like the world's largest startup.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe you recognize that you're no longer a startup. In a little bit, we're going to talk about a book. And this sort of mentality is part of what's going on in this book. This is Facebook's move fast, break things. Oops, we broke democracy.
Yeah. Well, in another side note for Amazon, they are now going to be blocking certain apps from being sideloaded onto Fire TVs.
Who's sideloading apps on Fire TVs?
Well, Amazon will compare the applications installed on the devices with a blacklist maintained by the Anti-Piracy Coalition Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, which includes numerous media and streaming companies like Apple TV, BBC, Canal, Comcast, Fox, HBO, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount, Sony, Disney, and Amazon.
Yeah.
So if the apps are sideloaded onto your Fire TV, they will not block the apps immediately, but first notify the user for a certain period that these applications should not be used.
Which applications?
I'm guessing any sort of like piracy applications. I don't know. I don't know I don't know what's on the blacklist.
What piracy applications are there? Like, are people putting BitTorrent on their TV?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that sucks for the pirates.
Yes.
Also sucks for the, like, I own this, let me do what I want with it.
Well, they said as long as you can still sideload apps, but we'll be monitoring what apps you sideload. And if they're on our no-no list, you'll get told you shouldn't use them. And then after a certain amount of time, which they have not said, they will
remove it.
Yes.
And then I get to reload it again?
I don't know.
Or am I just banned at that point? I need a not dumb but not smart TV is what I need.
I mean, I took our Chromecast.
I want a TV that's just smart enough for me to use and for me to do the things I want to do on it, but not smart enough for it to be like constantly phoning home.
Yeah. Part of me is like, yeah, I've got the Chromecast on there, but I should probably review. Have you ever done Kodi at all or no?
Kodi?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They have... Basically, it's like home theater type software. They have some for Android, iOS, Linux, Mac, Pi, tvOS, WebOS, and Windows. And I was using that to connect some of my ISOs that I ripped of our DVD collection and using that to stream to the Chromecast on the TV because I had the Kodi app installed on the Chromecast itself.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you could do something like that where you just get your own Raspberry Pi, plug it into the HDMI port, and you've got a smart-ish TV that will connect to your home network and be able to have, because I've got all the files stored on the hard drive here, but I was able to stream them from here. So it's like something like that, sort of like a Plex sort of thing.
I mean, I have a Pi sitting here, but it is a Pi... This is a Pi B plus V1.
Oh, my goodness.
This is not even a Pi 2. I'm pretty sure this is a Raspberry Pi first gen. So I don't know if it would do very well with that.
Well, it seems the Raspberry Pi build has been moved into the Linux build according to their GitHub. So I'm not sure.
This is Kodi, Kodi?
Yes, Kodi.
Kodi Raspberry Pi. What is Kodi? Kodi. Got a smart TV? You ain't seen nothing yet. I might have to look into this.
Well, now I know what I'm reviewing next week.
Is your Kodi set up?
Yes.
That reminds me, I need to check on certain things happening on my network. Just going to load that up while we talk.
Other streaming news. I can segue again. Disney and YouTube TV have not reached an agreement on payment. So, ESPN, ABC, FX, Nat Geo, Disney, Freeform, all the things that you used to be able to get on YouTube TV, you can no longer get on YouTube TV.
Fully gone.
Yep.
Cool.
And of course, now you have Disney fighting against Google. So you have a lot of money facing off against a lot of money.
And everyone loses.
Yes.
All of us, we lose.
Yes. I was even looking up the Western Central game today, and no joke, the MLive article was specifically headlines, where to watch the Western Central game, because it was actually on ESPN, I think it was ESPNU. It was actually on one of the main ESPN channels. They're like, where to watch the Western Central game if you have YouTube TV. Just like, okay, well that's That's helpful.
The answer is not here.
Yes. It was like Fubo or all these other things or all these other streaming services that still had ESPN that were costing $30, $40 a month. They're just like, dang, cable was way less than that.
Yeah. They've reinvented cable.
Yes.
They've reinvented cable with like extra steps, and it's terrible, and I do not like it.
Nope, I agree.
Let's see what else we got. Solar boom.
Yes. Turns out there is a global solar boom everywhere in the world, except for one location. Can you take a guess where it is?
The U.S.
You are correct.
All around us? Because why would they?
You know, when you have your federal government scrapping one of the one of the nation's largest solar power areas.
Yep.
When your president says we will not approve wind or farmer destroying solar.
I hate it. 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 Okay, but the rest of the world...
Yes, China has...
The rest of the world is saying, you know what? Solar is pretty much the way to go.
Yes.
Until, like, the U.S. decides to pull a matrix on everyone and be like, they were all reliant on solar power, and so we scorched the skies. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a huge solar installation in that picture.
Yes, that's up in China.
Jesus. That is a lot of solar panel.
China has so far laid solar panels in the size of Chicago up in the Tibetan Plateau.
Holy shit, that's going to produce a lot of power.
Yes.
That's got to be visible from space. If you know where to look, that has to be visible. Where is Tibet?
162 square miles of solar panels.
Where is that? Tibet. Okay. Change layers. Let's see if we can find 162 square miles of solar panels.
Qinghai province? I don't know where exactly that is.
It's in southern China. It's very large. You're saying it's somewhere in that province?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is an amazing place for it. This is in the middle of the friggin' desert.
Yeah, and it's 10,000 feet up. So there's not much atmosphere to block anything solar.
I'm sure I could just actually like Google China, Qinghai province solar farm, and it would be like, oh, it's here.
The Talatan Solar Park is what it's called.
Okay, Talatan Solar Park. Okay, we're just going to go search that. Nope, that's not what I want. That is the wrong thing. Try again. Gyeonggi Talatan Solar Park.
Oh, I got your locations.
Yeah?
Yeah. 36 degrees, 10 minutes, 54 seconds north. 100 degrees, 34 minutes, 41 seconds east.
Sorry, the second one? Say it again.
36 degrees, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, 54 seconds.
Yep. 100 degrees.
GPS.
34 minutes, 41 seconds.
Dang it. I was trying to do something and I lost it. Where did it go? Well, wait, where did it go? There it is. Can you give me the degrees, latitude, longitude? The second one. Whatever the second one is.
Hold on. I will literally just copy it because I found it on Google Maps.
Okay. Oh, you just found it on Google Maps. Ah, there we go. Oh, I was so close to it. Jesus, that's a lot of solar.
Yeah, you like zoom in and you're like, okay, that's the size of a car right there. And then you zoom out and you keep zooming out and you keep zooming out. And you're like, oh my gosh.
And what's kind of astonishing to me is the area that is very clearly also laid out for future panels.
Yes.
Like this is currently under construction.
Yeah, I see that grid.
On the south side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is right on the edge of the Gobi Desert. So like there's not going to be a lot of wind or not a lot of rain or clouds. That is a power plant, man. That is insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so other countries, especially China, committing a lot to solar.
Yep.
We are not.
Nope.
That's not great.
Nope.
Gonna put us a bit behind. Not to mention continue to like fuck up the earth. What else you got? Oh, can we talk about Nintendo losing a patent?
Yeah, I still don't understand this because people are talking about like sister patents and parent patents. And at that point, I started to
Just
have my
glaze
brain melt.
over.
Because it's not actually one of the patents or it is one of the patents, but then there's also like, there's other patents.
So Nintendo has a series of patents for the monster capture concept, some of which like are derivative of others but expand on it. And so that's where you get this like parent patent idea. One of the concepts that is both a derivative of a different patent and the parent of another patent was rejected.
Oh, okay. Third-party submission of prior art determined that the claimed technique lacked an inventive step. The prior art references cited by the Japanese Patent Office include various games that predate Nintendo's December 2021 priority date, among them Ark, Monster Hunter 4, Craftopia,
a million games.
And, no joke, and Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
There was a Pokemon game that they claimed was prior art.
Yeah.
To this patent on Pokemon. I don't think that would work.
That one is a little odd, but like, I don't know, man. It's patents.
I'm sorry, your patent on Pokemon. We have a problem. What is it? Have you heard of this game?
Pokemon.
Have you heard of this game called Pokemon Go? Because I think they have prior art to your patent here.
Yeah. That's good. That's good news. It's good news because Nintendo shouldn't, as wonderful a game design company as Nintendo is, they should not have the control that they are trying to have.
Okay, so this one actually is not directly impacted in the Pal World case, but because it is a parent and a
sister
sibling
and parent, that it could impact it.
Yes.
We just don't know if it will.
Oh, okay. So, also, though, a patent office decision is not binding on the presiding judge.
So the judge, but the patent's been thrown out, right? Like,
well, no,
what?
They have done a non-final rejection of the patent. So there's still things that Nintendo could do.
Weird.
If I'm reading this correctly. But like I said, patent law makes my head hurt.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why there are lawyers for it.
Yes. Okay, judges are legally trained and tend to have respect for the determinations made by the patent examiners. So, even though it is a non-binding decision, the judges are technically supposed to defer to the patents.
Okay. They don't have to.
Yes.
They can choose to.
Yeah. But this whole thing has been delayed anyway because of the previous time that Nintendo had to modify a patent during the middle of the litigation. So who knows when this is all going to get sorted out.
God damn it, Nintendo. Meanwhile, Pokemon TCG
Yes.
Pocket made a bunch of money
Yes.
to fund a lawsuit.
Because they just had their first anniversary. I mean, I have now the first anniversary EV card and the little thing there. In the first year of this game coming out, revenue has hit $1.3 billion.
That is too much money.
In 1 year.
Andy, that's too much money.
That is more money than Pokemon Go made in its first year.
Well, yeah, because everyone played Pokemon Go for 5 weeks and then stopped. And it hadn't monetized at that point.
Yeah.
They weren't sure how to monetize things in Pokemon Go.
Why is there a dot saying there's something new in the shop, but there's nothing new in the shop? I bought everything in the shop. The special tickets are new. Ugh. The special tickets are the stuff you actually have to spend money for. But yeah, now they're releasing Mega Evolved Pokemon.
In the cards?
It gives Isaac that little bit of I get to rip a new pack scratch. So I don't actually have to buy him things. I actually stumbled upon just a 50 pack of bulk cards for $3. So I got Isaac that one just because he's just trying to get one of every Pokemon.
Okay. I got a pack of physical cards from the vending machine at Pick and Save.
Oh my gosh, you actually had a vending machine that wasn't sold out?
It was sold out of everything except a single booster pack.
I mean, I took Megan to Home Depot to build an excavator this morning, and there were people lining outside the GameStop next to Home Depot.
Because they were getting a shipment?
I'm guessing. This has happened multiple times where I've gone there on the first Saturday of the month, and there is a line outside of GameStop.
That's got to be it.
I'm sitting there thinking, that's got to be...
New card day. I've heard of people who follow the delivery trucks. They will go to a Target. They know when the delivery truck comes in. They will wait for them to unload. They'll go into the Target with a group of 5 people. They will all buy the maximum they are allowed to buy. And then they will go back out to the car and follow the truck.
Yep. Oh, yep. November 1st, Mega Evolution ETB and Booster Box. dropped at GameStop.
That'll do it.
November 7th, Mega Lucario EX and Lugia Latias EX is dropping at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop.
So, again, lines.
Yep.
Just not worth it for me.
Nope. I got Isaac the holiday calendar. I'm set. I've got a couple things for him that I've bought some stuff, and I'm just literally like hoarding it up in my closet, and I'm just going to slowly just give him like...
So you're doing what the vending machine does. You're doing a limited release schedule.
Yes. There's one I got him, though, that had like a Charizard like statue in it. Mm-hmm. He's getting that one for Christmas just because that looks cool.
Okay.
But yes, no, the packs are just going to slowly get... I've taken the bundles and I've broken them open. I'm just like, okay, you're gonna get a pack here and you're gonna get a pack here. But the holiday, his advent calendar, he's got Pokemon cards in that. So
nice.
Yeah. Oh, God, can't believe that already. Well, speaking of other games, somebody has finally figured out the best board for Boggle.
The like optimal scoring board.
Yes.
Oh no. I clicked on your site and I just got like a bunch of like CAPTCHA spam.
On the archive site?
Yep.
Oh.
It's like one more step, complete security check. I guess I'm not a robot. There we go. Okay, so what is the best Boggle board? And how do they know it is the best?
Well, they're not exactly sure because the number of combinations of Boggle, where is it in here?
Would you say it boggles the mind?
Oh my gosh, I set you up perfectly for that, didn't I? Oh, I set you up perfectly for that.
Yes, you did.
It's a 20-digit long number.
That's a long number.
According to his software, he was looking at 200,000 boards a second. If he tried to look at every single combination, he said it would take 80 million years. Or no, sorry, 800 million years.
To look at them all?
Yes. So he was doing some math to try and figure out upper bounds and different combinations and tree structures and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Oh, of possible boards. Got
Yes.
it. Yeah. There are a lot of possible boards.
Yes.
Although I presume he's doing like of actual Boggle and not just like for each like spot you could have any letter.
No, I'm guessing because the dice are,
It's Boggle dice.
Yes.
There's 6 sides to each one. There's 24 slots for them to go in.
Yes.
Except you have to I was going to say subtract, but since it's
16.
probability...
There's 16 spots.
Yes, but you have to divide it by the number of the duplicate positions. When you're dealing with combinations, permutations, you're multiplying all the possibilities, but then you have to divide out the duplicates.
Well, if you want to look it up, he's got his code posted on GitHub.
Oh, God.
So if you wanted to...
So that is the maximal board, huh?
Yep. Could score you...
3,625 points.
Yep.
Color me impressed.
What's really funny is the guy, he's like, I'm not even that good at Boggle. It just
He's good at math.
He's like, it just seemed like an interesting puzzle.
Yeah. Excuse me. What's going on with polyurethane?
Well, people are using neural networks. They were trying to break down, there's certain chemicals that can break down certain plastics.
Yeah.
But polyurethane is one of the ones.
Acetone?
Polyurethane is one of the ones that they haven't really cracked yet. You can kind of melt it down, but at that point you basically will have to just, after you melt it down, it's basically still hazardous waste.
Yeah.
So these guys took a neural network program and then kind of added upon it and basically did their own version of Folded at Home, where they not only were looking at structures, but like what the structures could do. Mm-hmm. So they were kind of adding attributes into the system to judge. And according to them, when they first started out, there was only about, 12? Where's it at? Oh, it's earlier in the article here somewhere. There's like, there was 12 of them that they tried, and they weren't even really that great at actually breaking down the polyurethane.
Right.
And then they ran this whole neural network model, which they called GRACE, Graph Neural Network Based Recommendation of Active and Stable Enzymes. Mm-hmm. 24 of the most highly rated proteins in the software, 21 of them showed some sort of catalytic activity, and 8 of them did better than the best enzymes that anybody had actually figured out previously.
Before.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So did they find a thing that like it works?
Yep. When they mixed it with the diethylene glycol, which is what is used to really start breaking down the polyurethane, and they heated the mixture up to 50 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Under those conditions, the newly designed enzyme was over 450 times as effective as the current best performing natural enzyme. And it took 12 hours, but it could break down 98% of the polyurethane into basic components.
What are the basic components of polyurethane? Because it's just a big carbon chain, right?
Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen.
Cool.
So it can actually break it down into just the actual
Carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. I'd like to know what it outputs. Like, are we outputting O2? Are we outputting ammonia? Like, with carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, you can end up outputting some pretty nasty stuff. The chemicals gotta go somewhere.
Yes.
If the enzyme is just breaking it down, great. Into what? CO2? Methane?
I don't know. Do they actually link to any sort of paper in here?
Nitrous oxide?
They don't actually link to the paper.
I mean, it's at the bottom.
Oh, is it at the bottom where it is? Oh, yep, there it is.
10.1126 glycolysis compatible urethanesis for polyurethane recycling.
Enabling near complete depolymerization of commercial polyurethane at kilogram scale within 8 hours. Oh, okay.
Download.
I am not a subscriber.
Neither am I, but it let me download it.
Oh.
What is the kilogram scale glycolysis of polyurethane foam? Polyurethane is styrofoam, isn't it?
Polyurethane's the stuff like in your kitchen sponge.
Okay.
So that, you know, that classic yellow sponge with the green, like,
yeah,
the yellow side is the polyurethane.
I'd like to see what it's outputting. Cells were cultured. Cool. Yep. So they did some work to get, from what I can tell, E. coli to produce this enzyme.
Didn't see that one coming.
I mean, I kind of did. Like, it makes sense if you're going to make an enzyme that destroys plastic, you have to put it into something.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Here's the training. Error reference source not found. Okay. Sequence clustering, phylogenetic inference, molecular docking. Parameter was established by antichamber module. Simulations, chemicals. Standard TDI-based polyether polyurethane foam was generously supplied by Shanghai BASF Polyurethane Company. Were procured from these places. That's just, where did they get all the chemicals? Cool. Instrument cloning, protein expression and purification. Plasmids containing the genes were transformed into E. coli. Cells were cultured. Got it. Yep. Protein expression was then induced. Protein concentrations were determined using nanodrop. Valuing the activity, determination of specific activity, apparent melting temperatures, kinetic analysis. It doesn't say determination of enzyme function. Corresponding amidase activities were quantified by measuring cleavage of the amide bond in N5,5-amino-2-methylphenyl acetamide to release 2,4-TDA. These reactions were also performed. I'm reading this as if I would know what it all meant. Okay, we can stop. There's no way I'm going to.
I'm just reading. I'm trying to dig into what the heck depolymerization means, which is just the breaking down of polymers. But depolymerization of polyethylene.
Mixture was stirred at 190 degrees Celsius.
It breaks it down into isocyanates. As soon as Kate hears this, she's probably going to strangle me. As I'm reading this from the ACS website.
Yep. So this doesn't look like it's quite as simple as just like put bacteria on plastic and plastic disappear.
But I'm
reading through this and there's some stuff going on in here.
But they did do it at a kilogram scale. So that's starting to get outside of, that's outside the like a lab test and into more of an actual.
Right. But like from what I can see, it's still involved like melting it first and then mixing stuff to get like one of my concerns, Andy, is we're doing a lot of this bioengineering is like, okay, cool. You taught bacteria to eat plastic. Great. Does that mean that my PlayStation 5 can melt if I sneeze on it?
What was that show? Oh, Revolution on NBC, where the premise was that all electricity had stopped for some reason. And through most of the first season, you didn't find out how it happened. It was just one day, all of a sudden, electricity just stopped. And it turns out
the day the
that
Earth stood still. Like there was a movie about this,
no, this was an NBC show.
but it was also the day the Earth stood still.
Well, yes.
The alien comes by and stops all electricity.
I do believe I watched that movie about 6 times, writing a paper about it.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Yep. I went through the whole paper, and then at the very end, because I knew he was a bit of a sci-fi nut, because this was my history
Film
of
class.
sci-fi movies and television class.
Yep.
At the very end, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I needed to say something. What was it? And then I put that in big bold letters as my last page.
Nice.
And then I did another Evil Dead reference just because. But the premise was you find out the electricity stopped is because there was a bunch of like nano robots that got released and were absorbing all of the electricity in order to multiply.
Oops.
You're just like, oh, oops. It's like,
Absorbing all the electricity?
Yes, the nanobots had not finished being programmed yet. So it was
Okay.
their basic program was find electricity, use electricity to multiply, and that's as far as they had gotten in the program.
How, Andy?
I know. As soon as that was the reason, I stopped watching the show because I just couldn't
Right.
get my.
Like, tell me you don't know how electricity works without telling me you don't know how electricity works.
Yes. No. As soon as that was announced, I was like, really? I'm done.
It's the nanobots, I tell you.
Yeah. As soon as it was like, oh, nanobots
They go
everywhere.
and find electricity. Do they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they start sucking away the electricity.
Yes.
Oh, really? How?
Yep.
What do you mean? How? How do they, quote unquote, suck away the electricity?
No, that's what I said. As soon as that was their premise behind the show, I was like, I'm done with you guys.
Right. Just like, what the fuck?
It was like, it was a good premise. It was like, okay, what would happen if you lost electricity? It was an interesting idea, but then that was the reason? Nope.
And like, are they getting into the wires? Like, I don't get that.
I don't know. And there were some other things there that it's like, well, that doesn't actually run on electricity. So,
Or like, my generator
yeah, I was like,
or-
diesel generators,
should still work.
Yeah.
That's mechanical power, not electric.
Yep, there is nothing electric in my 84 diesel. My battery had died. The car was still running.
Yep.
I had to pop the hood up and manually kill the engine because the electric stopper would not work because the battery was dead.
That's kind of funny. I can't turn off my car.
Yes.
Yeah. Batteries? Like, I don't...
Yeah. No, there was a whole bunch of that show that once that was their premise, I was like, nope, I'm done.
There were nanites. The nanites were everywhere.
Yeah. The nanites were everywhere somehow. They were everywhere.
And also apparently nowhere. Because like if you get enough nanites together, you can see them. Mm-hmm. But nanites.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I hate shows that try to be all science-y and just like get very basic science stuff wrong.
Yep.
Speaking of getting things wrong, it's probably about time for the randos.
Yes. I was like, we got a whole bunch of space topics in here, but we just don't have time.
No, we talked about Thanksgiving.
Yep. All right.
I get to do the review today.
Yes.
I'm reading a book. I'm still reading it. I'm not all the way through it. In fact, I'm maybe a quarter of the way through it. But I would like to talk about it, and I would like to encourage other people to read it. I would, in fact, this is very rare, I would encourage other people to purchase it. It is called If Anyone Builds It, Everyone Dies.
I will probably have to purchase it because I tried to look at Libby and Hoopla and all the other library rental online things, and yeah, it was not around.
Is there a bit of a wait list for this? New York
Wait
Times
time is
bestseller?
currently at least 6 months.
Yeah. If anyone builds it, everyone dies. Why superhuman AI would kill us all. It is a well-researched, well-founded. This is not a like, oh my god, AI is evil and it's gonna build nanites that suck up all the electricity. What bullshit is that?
I'm telling you, that's as soon literally that episode aired, and I stopped.
I don't doubt, Andy, that you stopped watching it. I'm not doing this to make fun of you. I'm making fun of the show.
Yeah, no,
You're fine, man. I'm not gonna I'm not harping on you for watching a show with bad science in it. I'm harping on the show for having bad science.
Okay, now this is quite hilarious. So I pulled up the Amazon page for it, and underneath suggested similar topics. Super Agency, What Could Possibly Go Right with Our AI Future was the suggested book to follow this one.
Yeah. Well, certain companies may have vested interests in AI growing. Amazon Web Services would be one of those. So the first section of the book is just hey, by the way, we don't know how AI works.
Nope. I doing my research on my AI speech.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they start each chapter with a really apt comparison to help you understand how we know that AI works without knowing how AI works. And so it brings up a story of think of a woman talking to a man, or not, it doesn't even need to be talking to a man. Just think of a woman talking to someone about her child, her hypothetical child. She has not yet had a child, but wants to have a child, but is a little worried about having a child. Would the child be a good person? And the man responds, well, just go get your child's DNA sampled while it's in utero, and then you can decide whether or not to keep it, or do not in utero. What's the test tube babies? In vitro. Do in vitro fertilization and then get it tested before you decide to implant it. It will be the entire genetic code. You will know everything about your child. And she's like, but we don't know what genes control for things like, is it going to be a good person? And he's like, oh, well, you just need to figure out how physics works. And hearing that, you're like, well, this is the dumbest thing ever. And then you're like, oh, we know the weights. We could look at every one of the weights that were given to the AI, but we don't know what those actually mean. They're just numbers, just in the same way that the woman's baby's genetics would just be A's, T's, C's, and G's.
Yeah, it was the study on Michael Jordan played blank, and they were trying to figure out where in the AI system
it knew basketball.
And they couldn't find it. They had plenty of theories in the paper.
Because there isn't a single place. Pointing out a lot of what we have done is forget arguing whether or not it is intelligent. That's a worthless, useless argument. We have made something that mimics intelligence. Whether it is or is not actually intelligent, who knows? That's a question for philosophers. It mimics intelligence, but it's not the same intelligence. It just looks like it. And who knows what that is going to result in? Another one of the great little stories they put in is imagine you're an alien hanging in low Earth orbit 20,000 years ago, and you're looking at hominids 20,000 years ago, and you could sit there and study them and study them and study them. Could you predict ice cream?
No.
And could you predict how much people would like ice cream? How much people would want ice cream? And that they're being selected for wanting sugars and fats. Cool. But ice cream does not come up from that. What comes up from that is salted honeyed bear fat.
So I am interested in this, and I would like to get it, but I was trying to see if I could.
It's $15. I recommend buying it. It does go through a possible doomsday scenario as the second part of the book. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but this could happen. Here's how. Here's all the steps, and here's why it makes sense that this is a possibility.
All right. Well, it's literally the #1 bestseller in engineering right now, it says. So don't know why it's in engineering, but that's Amazon for you.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Well, should we hit the random topic?
Yes.
All right. Random topic, rolled ahead of time. When did you first start to do your taxes, your own taxes?
When I got an actual job.
Yep, that was the same thing there. My mom did all of the taxes for our house and my grandmother. I guess she also used to would pick up the H&R Block sort of seasonal work for a bit. I do believe I'll have to double check with my siblings on that. But she was like, okay, you're going to have to know how to do this. And here's your stuff.
Yeah.
It's very simple right now. It's only going to get more complicated. So just start learning it now.
Yeah, once I had a job at the high school, I started doing my own taxes because I was no longer a dependent.
Yep, well, no, my parents still could claim my dependency. I wasn't making enough at the time for that. But yeah, no, God, that's been, yeah. And then I just kept doing it. And then Kate married me. And technically, she was the one who was making more when we got married. So then I technically started doing her taxes. Because she was the primary filer on our tax form. And it's kind of just stuck that way because that's...
Yeah,
the tax
I mean, if you're
software.
filing jointly, it doesn't matter whose name is on it. It's both of you.
Yes, but she has always been in the primary filer list.
I see. Yeah, I started doing Laura's taxes, I think when we got married. I might have done it for like a year or two before that.
Which, this actually reminds me, TurboTax actually sent me an email going, hey, we see you're on Windows 10. We're not going to support Windows 10 next year.
Uh-oh. You should update to Windows 11.
Yes. Guess what hardware is not compatible with Windows 11?
I can tell you how to bypass that.
Okay, good.
I'm running Windows 11 right now on hardware that Microsoft says, that's not compatible.
I do not have TPM 2.0, though.
Neither do I.
Okay.
What I do have is a USB stick that has a legitimately modified Windows install where it skips that check.
Okay. That might be helpful.
I will try to remember to bring it when we go to Michigan. And maybe I'll just like drop it in your mailbox. Or I can tell you where to go and get it because it's actually really easy to download.
That might be the easier option.
Yeah.
But yes, no, I've been doing the taxes for umpteen years now, so only screwed up once, so still a pretty good record.
It's fine. I'm sure the IRS let you know.
They didn't let me know. I realized 6 months later and then refiled and paid the difference.
Well, that's good. All right. I think that's it.
Yep, that's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.